Well, hello, Southport Square residents. This is your Executive Director, Brian Hess, with another episode of Around the Square. Now, you'll see that I look like I'm in a different place today, but we are still in the ATS studios. We are just in a different location in the ATS studios. So anyway, just wanted to give you all a quick COVID update and then talk about a couple of things happening around our campus. So first and foremost, we'll get into the statistics. The Department of Health for the state of Florida right now is showing that the state of Florida is at a 23.5% positivity rate. So it has come down a little bit over the last several weeks. We're seeing a little bit of a decline, still pretty high at over 20%. Charlotte County, unfortunately, is still up there even higher at 28.1%. So we're still seeing quite a bit of transmission here within Charlotte County. Currently on our campus, we have 9 employees and 2 residents. Those residents are in the independent living and are going through the quarantine process. So that is where we stand on our campus. And I will say that had you seen a new episode last week, we would have had a different statistic out there with a +1 of the executive director, yours truly, being COVID positive last week. So my personal experience, I'll just share with you. I was sick. I got sick, had a little bit of some symptoms, and got tested and was negative, and spent a couple of more days not feeling well at all, feeling pretty miserable, and tested 2 days later again and was positive. Now, I had been out of work already, so that was good, but spent the whole week in quarantine and spent my 10 days, went through my full 10 days and was able to get back. My symptoms have all been alleviated, and it was not a fun experience. I will tell you that I don't wish it on anybody. I hope that everybody can stay healthy and safe through this. And I, was sharing with a couple of residents, and a lot of them had heard the same thing, is I really don't know where I got COVID. And that's sort of the unique thing about it is I can't recall anybody that I came into contact with that had symptoms or that was positive for COVID that would have maybe passed along to me. So, it's one of those things that we can be as safe as possible. I am fully vaccinated and have my booster shot and still, got a little bit sick. I was not in the hospital, which is a good thing. And so I know that the vaccine did its work and made sure that I stayed as healthy as I could be. But it definitely took me out for a couple of days and was not a fun experience. So just wanted to share that with y'all. I do appreciate the kind words many of you have shared with me, and I appreciate that. It's tough to go through that. Had tried to keep up with work while I was at home in bed, but had a lot to catch up on when I got back. So anyway, jump right into talking a little bit about dining. I know we are still not open in our dining rooms right now. We have seen applicants coming through. We are, working as quickly as possible to hire folks back in here. It's been difficult. We have folks that still, apply for a job, don't show up for interviews, or we've had a few that have actually come and we've gone through the hiring process and then either don't show up for orientation or don't come on their first few days of work. So it's a little frustrating in this job market today, but we are working very quickly and diligently to get employees back in place. We had the opportunity to go to a job fair this past week as well, and we'll continue to look for any other opportunities where we can find people that are looking for work here in the workforce in Charlotte County. So we are working to get those dining rooms back open as quickly as possible. I know that we have started our staff-served buffets options in the dining rooms 2 days a week, and I hope that's a little bit of, nice getting hot, fresh food in the dining rooms. So we're trying to do some things that will really make the experience as good as we can be for the circumstances that we're under right now. I also wanted to talk about a couple of the projects that we have going on. So our key fob access to the exterior doors, we have received the new fobs to be able to start programming those. However, the software is having some challenges, and the manufacturer right now, the vendor, is reviewing the software to make sure it will be able to program the keys appropriately. So as soon as we have that resolved with the software vendor, we'll be updating those key fobs and getting those out to residents, and we can flip the switch and trigger so those exterior doors will start functioning under the new key fob system. So we're excited to get that rolled out. I know many of you have been asking about when is it going to happen, when are we going to get it. It will be a nice amenity to have once it's up and running, and we're hopeful to get that up and running soon. We also have been working through the assurance system in both buildings. Gables West, I know, had been completed about a week or so ago. I think they finished up Gables West, and they are in Gables East right now, working down. They started on the 5th floor and working down through. So we'll be getting those installed, and once those are in, the new system will be functioning in your apartment. And again, that check-in process is going to kind of go away for the resident. It will still be happening on our end, but there won't be any action required from the resident. When you get up to go to the restroom in the morning, it's going to automatically register you in the bathroom with that motion activation and let us know at the front desk that you're up and about and everything is okay. So very excited for that new system, and I hope that that makes it a little bit easier for y'all as residents in the mornings as you get up and about. And then our Gables East project. So that project is still in the works. I know, again, I've had residents ask, what's going on? Is it still happening? Is, something going to be taking place sometime soon? We did have to change to a different design company to go through and complete the design work. They are working through that process. I have had a few calls with them more recently to talk through some different finishes in the buildings and furnishings and stuff like that. As soon as they have sort of their few renditions, they're going to narrow down their selections to 2 different options or renditions for us, and then that's what will come back to the Gables East Design Selection Resident Committee. And then that committee will be able to pick, which option makes the most sense or they like the best. So as we go through this, I have been trying to keep in touch with Phyllis Schwartz and make sure that she's in the loop, and I'll continue to communicate through her as far as where we're at and when we'll have those options available to the committee. But please, rest assured it is still in the works. I know we were hopeful to have some stuff happening, right around the first of the year, and we just haven't gotten there yet. So we'll still be working through that here through this first quarter. And then the last piece, just had some good news today. Today is Thursday. We're recording a day ahead of time, but just got some good news today that our permit through Charlotte County was finally approved for our dock and gazebo out on Eagle Lake in the front there. And so the vendor is ramping up and getting ready to start bringing their team on site here. So the good thing is that they started acquiring the materials months ago because they knew that with the delays in getting materials, it would take some time. And so they have actually kind of pre-ordered all the items and had it ready to go. So they do have the items, the materials that they need, and it's just a matter of scheduling their team here. I'm being told that it'll take them roughly 60 to 90 days to complete the project and get the county to sign off from a permitting standpoint. So once they start on that process, we'll get that done in about 60 to 90 days. There will be some pretty large equipment in the front there. There was talks about them potentially bringing in a crane. If they don't have a crane, they might be using a barge type boat that will be on the lake with sort of a crane on top of it to kind of drive the pilings down into the water. So as they work through that, please just kind of steer clear of that area. Try to stay away from any large equipment that's operating for safety purposes. But anyway, so those are a couple of the updates that's going around the campus. I know Dawn has some great footage for you this week with some things happening around Harbor Health and with our new Environmental Services Director, Olga Strelkova. So I hope y'all enjoyed this episode.
Hey, Brian, I just wanted to say thank you to the FLICRA members. We did a signing for the homestead exemptions, and they were doing a drive to get membership in. And they're just so wonderful. I love working with them, and they brought in the most beautiful bouquet of flowers for me.
Oh, nice.
I just feel so happy, and I wanted to thank each and every one of them for doing that for me. And also to the residents, when I wasn't feeling well, I did not test. I wasn't tested. I just didn't come in. I wasn't feeling well. But I wanted to say thank you to all of the residents that sent me get well wishes and cards and emails and things like that. So this is such a wonderful place to be, and I'm so grateful to all of the residents who really show that we're all like one big silly happy family.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And absolutely, residents really make a difference in my life, I know in Dawn's as well.
Mhm.
And FLICRA, what a great organization. I would encourage everyone here as residents. There's a lot of clout that FLICRA does have at the state level. to provide benefits for you all as residents here in a continuing care retirement community. So great organization to be a part of and great people in that organization. So thank you for sharing that, Dawn. I appreciate it. So enjoy the episode.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is Dawn with Around the Square, and today I'm with Olga Strelkova. She is our new Director of Housekeeping. Hi, Olga.
Hello, everyone.
Now, Olga, well, first of all, I would like to say welcome to the campus. We're all excited to see you and meet you.
I'm excited to be here.
Oh, good. Now, Olga, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am originally from Russia. I am from a family of 8. I am the 6th child, so technically I'm the middle child. I am engaged to a wonderful man by the name of Steven, and we've been engaged for a year and a few months.
So you don't have any children?
No
Not
children,
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, wonderful. But going a little bit on your background.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you worked at a company that was it's Jacaranda Trace, which was up in Venice, or still is up in Venice. And you started from the bottom.
I did. I actually, right out of high school, at 17, I started working as a housekeeper in a retirement community facility. And they really kind of didn't want to hire me because who wants to hire a 17-year-old high schooler to do housekeeping? But I'm a tough girl, so I know how to clean good, and I guess I proved myself to them because after a few years, I was promoted to a supervisor and then a manager and then a director of housekeeping. And a few years later, they gave me landscaping as well. So I overlooked housekeeping and landscaping.
Oh, wow.
So in my last 2 years at Jacaranda Trace, I was promoted to director of concierge services. And that is where I finished my career with Jacaranda Trace and moved on and found you guys here.
Awesome. So you really understand what it takes and what the drive is to please someone. I mean, you went from a housekeeper to a supervisor to management to director. Then they just piled another job on your plate with the landscaping. You oversaw a company, or you were out there picking weeds? What was the
Both.
Really?
Both, yes, because sometimes the company is not able to come out and do something, so you have to go out there with your team and get the job done.
Wow.
So it looks presentable.
Right.
First impressions. I would like to live in a community that's well taken care of, and that's what I'm doing. I'm here servicing the people that live here.
Awesome. So then you went on to concierge services. Now, our definition of concierge services here is the front desk. What exactly did concierge services in that facility?
So in our facility, concierge services was concierge services, which was front desk, and we had 3 receptionists at 3 different entrances and at the main desk. It was also transportation, it was security, and we had emergency medical technicians that were responding to provide basic life support in case of an emergency.
Oh, wow.
So that was all under one umbrella, and I was over that department.
A lot of positions in one facility, so you knew that place inside and out.
I've been there for 15 years, so yes.
Well, we hope to have you here for 15 years.
And maybe more. Who knows, I might retire here.
That's right. Hey, it's a great place to retire, isn't it?
It looks like it.
It really is. I want to live here myself. Now, you say you're from Russia. When did you move from Russia to the United States?
I was 9 years old when my family decided to move us down here or up here. So we moved here from Russia in September. Talk about climate change. So Russia, it's snowing and it's winter and we're all in fur coats and we're coming down in here. And we're at the airport and everyone's like, it's so hot in the airport, let's go outside. And all the Floridians were laughing and we didn't know why until the doors opened and the heat and everything.
Oh, wow.
So that was pretty interesting. So yes, I was only 9 years old when we moved to the States.
Oh, wow. And how many family members do you have?
8. Well, I'm from a family of 8.
There are 8 children, and
8
you have
children in my
7
family.
brothers and sisters?
I do.
Wow.
I do. I'm from a big family, and I love it. Wouldn't
Yeah.
change it.
Are you the middle one?
6th.
6th
Yes,
one.
I'm the
So
6th
your
one.
family put 6 children or 8 children on a plane?
They put.
Wait, I can't even imagine. I remember traveling with just my 2, and I wanted to rip my hair out. I can't even imagine what it's like to travel
It
with that
was
many kids.
crazy. We each had 3 suitcases, bags, and we were allowed to carry at that time 6 bags, and 3 bags per person. So it was a very hectic move, but my mom was so against it, and my dad was for it, because it's interesting. Even though it was 1998 when we moved here,
Mhm.
in Russia, it is it's not very how would you say it?
What is it, like 1950?
It's like 1950.
It's a different
maybe,
time
you know?
time era.
It is,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm still surprised till this day. Like, it hasn't advanced as much in
Mhm.
the city that we were from. You know, like Moscow, St. Petersburg, they're advanced and more, updated. But like the city that I was from, it's not. So my dad was working 3 jobs. My mom was working 2 jobs. In 1998 to keep food and the roof over our heads, food on the table. And sometimes my dad would get paid with cigarettes and alcohol, and he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. So by the time he got home, he had to sell it on a way to bring money home to pay the bills and to buy food.
Right.
So, and sometimes he would even, it's interesting as I look back, he would actually go to a factory where they make fur coats, and he would go to the dumpster, collect like scraps, clean them, and then he would make little fur coats for kids and sell them at a train station.
Oh
to
my
make extra money.
goodness. Wow.
And, our parents did the best that they could, and I think moving us to the States to give us a future, a
Mhm.
better life, I think that was the best thing they did for us. Even
Oh,
though my
wow.
mom still doesn't think so.
she's still since
Yeah.
1998 she's still put her
Well, my mom, she relies on us. She doesn't drive and she doesn't speak English.
Uh-huh.
So to her, it's like, well, if I was in Russia, I would be able to take care of myself. I would be able to go to a doctor's appointment without a translator. I would be able to drive myself. Not drive, but they have public transportation there. So she would say I would be able to take myself there. And here she's very dependent on us to help her out.
Oh,
So she's,
okay.
and my dad said, if you want to go to Russia, I'll send you money. You can live there. I'll live here.
Dad's enjoying Florida, huh?
Dad is enjoying his retirement. My dad, it's interesting. We came to America, and we moved in with a family that took us in for 3 months in a 3-bedroom house. So they had a family of 5, and a family of 10 in a 3-bedroom house for 3 months.
What?
So they helped us
Talk about sardines.
Yes,
Oh.
so they helped us get us into school program, into the medical system. They helped find a job for my dad and for my mom. So they helped us with a car, with rent, and they were really, really nice people.
Wow, yeah, it sounds like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So after they helped us get on our feet, we were out and about, and my dad worked for a minimum wage for 19 years, and he had a medical condition, and he is disabled now. He cannot work anymore, so he retired a little earlier than he wanted to, but he was really happy. But for a minimum wage, he was able to support a family of 8 for 19 years, which is really amazing.
Wow, very resourceful. He sounded like a very resourceful man.
He is a very good man.
Yeah.
I'm very proud
Oh,
of
that's
my parents.
good. Very
proud.
nice. Now they live locally?
They do. They actually live in Northport.
Oh, okay.
So it is amazing. We 8 kids. A lot of times for different holidays, for different occasions, like for birthdays, we all gather together and get them like really nice gifts to thank them for everything that they've done for us. So we take really good care for them.
That's important. It's always, always important to take care of your parents. I know my kids now, they spoil me.
Exactly.
My kids spoil me. I love it. Mother's Day is like the jackpot in my world. I look forward to it. So, well, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's so
You're
interesting. And it just gives us a little bit of an inside background to
Of
see
course.
who we're working with and who's
Of
going to be
course.
overseeing. So I'm not going to get into all of the aspects of your job yet because you're still learning that part of the job. You're learning your staff,
Yes.
you're learning the layout of the land, basically, and just getting your feet wet. I mean, this is pretty much your second week, but really your first week
Really.
on the floor.
Correct.
So I'll follow back up with you to see if you make any changes or have any things that you need to discuss with residents, and
Of
maybe
course.
get use this as a forum for that. But we want to welcome you.
Thank you.
And how do you say hello or good morning in Russian?
Hello is привет, and good morning is доброе утро.
Oh, okay. I won't even attempt to try that. But I will say what we say when we say goodbye, and we say goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, well, I'm here with Jim in transportation, and we're checking on the butterfly, the monarch butterfly ecosystem you have going on in here. This is pretty neat, Jim. But you have one of the caterpillars. Now, this is a different plant you brought from home. The other one didn't do so well.
Well, the other one was gone by. It was all eaten up and was time to change it.
Oh, okay. So the eggs hatched?
Well, I had previously had a number of caterpillars on there that were eating it up.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they hatched and they were gone. And
Okay. So now we have one caterpillar up here. It's really hard to see through this thing, even though it's a net. But he's hanging on. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to make him fall. But he's hanging on. There he is, right there. And he's about to make a chrysalis, right?
That's correct.
And so how long will he stay in this state?
Well, he'll stay as a chrysalis probably maybe around 10 days.
Okay.
10 days to 2 weeks.
All right, and today is February 1st, so we'll check back. And maybe Valentine's Day we'll have a butterfly?
Maybe.
Ooh!
But he might just hang around there for 2 or 3 days too.
Really? They can
Yeah.
transform that quickly?
No, I mean, might stay like that in caterpillar form for another 2 or 3 days.
Oh, okay, and digest and everything. But do you think a lot to do with this cooler weather has to do with
Fort
his,
Robinson is back home.
his slowness?
Base copy, Robinson's home, and that's a wrap.
I'm sorry to interrupt your
No,
work.
that's okay.
This is
okay.
important coverage
I
here.
know. Well, that's the last person that's coming home.
Oh, okay. No, but so he can just stay like that if he wants.
Mhm.
He's not in a hurry.
No, I don't think so. I
And-
think this time of year has something to do with it too.
Okay, yeah. And you just started getting into this, right?
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
Okay, so you haven't been through a whole full year cycle of
No.
what the weather, how the weather may
No, I haven't.
adapt to the. Oh, look, there's a chrysalis. There's a hanging up here. These are former ones. So this is a different net too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't that neat? And that bush, remind me what that's called again?
That's milkweed.
Milkweed.
Yeah, there's probably 70, 75 different kinds of milkweed.
Oh, okay.
But this is what we have locally here.
Okay. Well, isn't that neat? So I'm going to be checking back. Please put me on the emergency call list
Yes.
as soon as he starts transforming. I want to document that. That's pretty darn neat.
I'm here with Chris. This is our Health and Wellness Director for Assisted Living. And then Christina Bosley, who is our Sales Manager for Assisted Living and
Hello,
Memory Care.
team. How are
Doing
you?
great.
So we are delighted to share the news that our Assisted Living has won an award for A Place for Mom, and it is the best senior living community in Charlotte County, I should say, for the state of Florida for 2022. So A Place for Mom has awarded our Assisted Living Best Senior Living, and the reason that is senior living rather than strictly just assisted living is because we are part of a CCRC. We have independent living residents all the way down to our health center residents that are in the health center. So we're extremely delighted to have won that award. I'll let Christina and Chris talk about it a little bit more, but just wanted to share that.
Awesome. Well,
Christina?
thanks, David.
Yeah.
Christina.
Yeah, it is a great honor. It's a award that's a collaborative effort between A Place for Mom and Senior Advisors, and it's basically the award is awarded to us by our families. It's feedback from families, residents, and other clinical vendors that we work with in the community for the betterment of our residents. So it shows that our team is doing a phenomenal job.
Awesome. And A Place for Mom, let's just clarify, that's a referral?
It is. A
Okay.
Place for Mom is a referral service that is no charge to the families, but they are assigned an advisor. They go over their needs and help them find the best matched community to make that transition.
Awesome. Awesome. And this is the man that makes the magic happen.
Well, in some instances, been a Southport Square family member for 5 years. It never gets old learning about new awards. It just shows that we're doing a terrific job, but we always accept the challenge. We always want to be better. Christina mentioned that it's a collaborative thing, but that's the best feedback that we can get is from the communities and the other resources outside of here, that we're doing a very good job. And once again, I'm just proud to be a part of the team.
Awesome. Awesome. It's a great team. You guys are amazing. I am very happy to be working aside all of you too. So
Thank
really
you. We
awesome.
love you too.
And very well deserved. And keep up the great work, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay. Hey, look who I'm with. Randy's playing in the sandbox. Randy, what is this mess?
We had a little disaster here. We had an underground leak in an 8-inch cooling tower water line under here. Essentially what we had to do was run a new line. We had to cut a section of pipe out and run a new line over to the cooling towers. So we dug underground, and that black pipe over there on top of the fence is the new line tying into the cooling towers.
This one here.
So we had to drain the system all the way down, drain all the water out. I had a contractor come in, did some underground work, welded in the new pipe, and then last night we all stayed till probably 7, 8 o'clock. We had to bleed all the air out of the system to get it back up and running. And the cooling towers control the heat pumps, the water source heat pumps in this building, which give you air conditioning and cooling.
Okay.
So technically yesterday we really didn't have any air conditioning or cooling in this building, but
Or
it
heating?
was at the right
Does it
temperature.
give you heating too?
The heating too, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was chilly, so you didn't need the air conditioner.
No, but
And I
the
didn't
building,
hear anybody
the
complain
building
about
alone
it.
will hold the temperature.
Yeah.
So we had it going again last night. We're all up and running now, but if you saw this big dig back here, we had to
there
dig it
were
all
a
up
lot
and,
of guys
take it out
back
of there.
here. There was a lot of crews. You had resources out here.
Right.
So
We still have a couple lines here. These are they broke a couple of the irrigation lines, so they're going to come back and repair
okay.
that, and they're going to reside the entire area.
Oh, the sandbox isn't going to stay. I thought this was a new recreation.
No, this is just temporarily.
we
so
can, this looks like we could really use it as a horseshoe pit.
it's a big one.
Yeah, you already have one of the posts out.
Yep, absolutely. Just got to find somebody who can throw a horseshoe.
Really, right? Well, okay, so we're behind Harbor Health. This is the back entrance, or the back area. And as you can see, this is right across from those apartment buildings, just to give everyone an idea of where we're at. But basically, the whole, everything, the project is done other than just getting the irrigation and the sodding, right?
Yeah, all
But the
new
air
piping.
conditioning and
Yeah.
the cooling towers are all repaired.
Everything's
The
running.
lines.
Basically, the problem was a little leak underground, and we just couldn't get at it because it's actually underneath that cooling tower, underneath a cement pad, and there's no way to get at it. So we had to cut it on this side of the pipe and then eliminate it over there on top of the roof, and then redo an alternate. It's like taking an alternate road to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Basically.
Why isn't nothing ever easy?
Karma. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, it is a big job, and you guys did it, and I'm glad it's over. I'm sure you are too, huh?
Yep. I want to say thanks to Angela. She was a big help. Terry, Mike Draves, Justin, Frank. Most of the maintenance team helped out a lot. Stayed late to get it going again, and it worked out pretty well, and everything went together good. So
Awesome. Yeah,
thanks
you
to-
have a
thanks to
good
everybody.
team. You have a really good team.
Yeah, I do.
You're,
Yep.
you're a lucky guy with that team. So awesome. Thank you, Randy.
You're welcome.
So what is this, Randy? These are the cooling towers?
These are the cooling towers.
Oh, wow, look at that thing. Wow. Holy smokes.
There's a huge fan in there that blows air through it. That's what cools down the water.
Oh, wow.
This right here, you're looking at the new pipe they put in.
Oh, hold on. Oh, my shoes.
Step.
Oh, my shoes. Oh, they're very loud. Oh, and this is where we take showers.
Yeah,
I see, that's a safety thing.
it is a shower.
Okay.
But this is all new piping. They bring it up here and run it over and then tie it into the cooling towers.
Oh, wow. So that blue pipe is to be, that's where it was replaced.
Yes.
And then a fitting is in the middle, right?
Yep, this goes from plastic to steel.
Oh, okay. So it goes from plastic to steel all the way up. All the way
They tied
around.
it over there. That's the old pipe. They cut it off and they tied it in there.
Okay. So the only difference between this cooling tower and the ones we have over back there in Independent is they are in their own self-contained room, right? That one big
At
room
West?
that we went into, yeah.
No, that's just the pump room over there.
Oh.
There's cooling towers outside of that. By the
where
pond.
the fan or with the fence goes
Yes,
down.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Same type of cooling towers on Gables West, and then Gables East actually has it's a different type of air conditioning system. We have chillers over there.
Uh-huh.
We still have cooling towers for the chillers, but it's a little different style of air conditioning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, I don't hear, it's loud here. I don't hear that one over there on. Do they alternate?
What it does, depending on the temperature of the water, we have a spray pump that'll turn on first, and then if it doesn't keep the temperature, the fan will come on, and then if that doesn't keep the temperature and it still gets hotter, the spray pump on this one comes on, then the fan will come on, and then once it reaches temperature, and it'll hold it, and once it reaches temperature, it'll turn off the fan and then turn off the spray pump, and it'll maintain it. It just turns on more cooling to maintain the temperature that we want of the water.
Okay.
So it's on the program for the whole thing turns everything on automatically, and it just monitors the temperature. So the hotter it gets and the more air conditioners that get turned on, the more equipment out here that will turn on to make up the difference for the air conditioning.
Gotcha. But does one machine work more than the other?
No.
No?
We actually set up where one of the pumps and this cooling tower will run for 3.5 days, and then it switches over.
And then that one
will
will run.
run for 3.5 days. Well, what it is, this will be the main one, and that'll be the backup, and then it switches over to the other pump, and that will be the main one, and this will be the backup.
Awesome. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really smart. I'm just going to take a look at this stuff again. I get a kick going behind the scenes of this.
So right over there on the ground is where the leak was, but it's underneath this pad, underneath this cooling tower.
All right, well, thanks, Randy, for the tour.
Yep, you're welcome.
Pretty neat. I gotta go back through here. Randy, what is this?
This is our new Generac generator. This was implemented that we had to install this back from Katrina when a lot of the nursing homes didn't have backup generators.
Irma, wasn't it? Irma?
I thought it was Katrina in New Orleans when everything got flooded. It was further back than Irma.
Oh,
this was here when Irma hit.
Oh,
actually.
yeah. Oh, okay.
The old generator is a small one that only did part of the building. This
That's
right
the
here,
one that I thought was a smoker.
Yeah.
Yes.
This one here does the entire building. The Harbor Health Center will never lose power.
Yeah.
This will start up and power the entire building.
Yeah, this thing is huge.
Yeah,
These are like 2 stories.
This is 650,000 watts. Of
Wow,
power.
that's a big generator.
Yeah.
Wow.
All automatic. This right here.
Only has 2 buttons. You would think that there would be more than 2 buttons to operate something like this.
That has nothing to do with the generator.
Oh, it's just silence.
This thing right here that you're standing in front of
Uh-huh.
is a 4,000 gallons of diesel fuel inside this tank.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! So
And
it's
it
sitting
sits
on
right
its
on top
own
of the
diesel tank.
diesel tank.
So
4,000
this
gallons.
thing can last for a long time.
No, that we actually have to have fuel for 96 hours.
Okay.
But when this thing kicks on and it's powering the entire building, I mean, it does everything. So this
Yeah,
thing,
it runs
this thing's
the
got quite a load
elevators,
on it.
everything.
Yeah, elevators, air
You
conditioning.
don't even know
everything.
that the lights are out.
No, if there's a hurricane or a tragic disaster, that company or the building will lose power for about 10 seconds, and then it'll be business as usual.
Wow.
And this thing will power everything.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Wow. You know, you see these things behind, you don't, you're driving by with, and you see a wall, but you don't know.
Yep.
I always want to know what was behind that wall.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, wow. And then in those panels, I'm sure there's like all gears and stuff or something
Yeah,
important.
there's a huge diesel motor and the generators inside that.
Okay.
And you can almost stand right here and carry on a conversation when that's running.
Really? It's
very
that quiet?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's got baffles for noise dampening and whatnot, but it's really, I mean, it starts right up in a matter of a second and just cranks out a ton of electricity.
I can't get over how big that thing is.
Yep.
Huge. All right, well, thanks for showing me. So, Randy, we just saw the big new
Generator.
generator.
Yes.
This is what the old this is the old generator.
Yes.
And
the old are much smaller. That only did a small.
yeah, it only
portion of
did
this
like a
building.
couple of outlets, right?
Well, it did the elevators, it did the fire panel, it did life safety, just the very important things that had to have power.
Oh.
But it didn't, you know, the residents' rooms didn't have power. Like right now with that generator, we can do anything we want in this building.
Okay.
This one was really kind of limited us what we could
And
do.
that one's mandatory by the state for a health center.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Actually, I think it was
and,
the government after Katrina. I think it was I think it was across the country.
Ah.
Everybody had to put that in.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was a big mandate.
I thought it was Irma, but yeah, you're probably right with the. With
Yeah, this
the-
was here probably when Irma was there. Oh wait a minute, no, just before, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, yeah. But so this is just obsolete. It's not. Is it connected to anything?
It's still connected, but it doesn't come on. That one handles everything.
Right.
Yeah, so this I'm gonna see about getting this taken out of here.
Okay. And maybe we can turn it into a barbecue smoker.
Still an option.
Thanks, Randy. Here we are at the grand opening of the Technology Center. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, everyone. Good morning. There we go. Okay. Good morning. There's Lou. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Okay. Good morning. Hi. Hi, you're from the chamber.
I am. Good morning.
Hi, Tara. Thanks for coming and
having us.
and having this occasion with us.
Thank
We're
you for
excited
having
about
us. We're
this.
super excited. This is a great turnout.
Yeah, it is.
This is great.
Great turnout. Look at that. All these people wanting to learn and see all the new stuff that we have going on here.
This is great.
And we appreciate your support.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Welcome to our grand opening of our new Technology Center. I'm really excited to talk about some of the things that we are going to have in the Technology Center, but also more excited to let you all go in and see it and trial out some of the stuff that we do have. So I know with this large of a group of folks here today, we will not have everybody able to be in there at the same time, obviously. We'll get some folks circling through there. The beauty of it is, though, that it will be there for you ongoing. So if you don't get the opportunity today to spend a significant amount of time in there, rest assured it will be available for you in the future. So, but anyway, I would like to say first just a thank you. We have the Punta Gorda Chamber of Commerce here today. Hello, all the chambers. Wonderful. They actually came out and we were super excited. They heard that we were going to have this technology center open and they were supported to come out and be here for us. They brought their gigantic scissors that we're going to get to do an actual ribbon cutting with their big scissors and snap some photos for the chamber. And then we'll unveil the new center as well as a little extra special surprise with a new sign that we have now for our technology center. So we changed it over. If you remember, it used to be our business center. And we had computers and a printer and stuff. Now it is our technology center. So a couple of things I just wanted to talk about is, one, we look today and we say there's so many emerging technologies out there. and it's just impressive what you can do with technology today. Now, not everybody wants to use it, and that's okay. And there are some things that might be very practical to use in your daily lives, and some things that might just be more for entertainment and fun. And so whatever you think, you want to get involved with from a technology standpoint, we are hopeful that we can, provide some of that here, and maybe even inspire some creativity for y'all as residents to, go back to your apartments and figure out how you can incorporate technology either in your apartment or, for fun or for pleasure or entertainment. So there's a lot of great ways to use technology. A couple of the things that we're going to have in our new technology center right now, we have some computers just for folks to be able to use. They are 3 brand new Windows 11 computers, so it's kind of the latest and greatest, if you will. Steve worked very hard to get those built and set up. Thank you, Steve. And And thank you to Smita for some of the additional technologies that she has. Yes, thank you, Smita. Some of the new things that Smita has incorporated into our business center, some really neat stuff. So one, how many of y'all have heard the whole Alexa craze, right? Hey Alexa, tell me a joke. Alexa, turn on the lights. Alexa, Alexa, Alexa. So we have a smart device in there now. It is a speaker. It's a Bose speaker. It's incorporated with the Alexa device. And so we are hopeful we can utilize that and show you all and share some of the things that you can do with an Alexa device. So I am definitely not the master of technology, but in my home, I do have several Alexa devices, and I have been just savvy enough to set up a few outlets and lights and things like that in my home. So it's actually pretty slick because I can walk into my house and say, Alexa, turn on the lights, and the lights turn on. And I can say, Alexa, turn off the lights, and the lights turn off. Now, this technology has been around for like years and years and years because do you remember the old school clap on, clap off, right? So it's kind of a similar setup, but it's voice controlled and voice activated. And it's a little bit more high tech because now you can tell Alexa to do multiple things. And so we're hopeful that you get the opportunity to see how that works and how it's used. The other thing that we have in there that I think is really going to be an awesome feature, and I was using it the other night and I was blown away, they are virtual reality goggles, okay? Anybody heard of virtual reality or done it before? Okay, so it is pretty amazing. I found myself entrenched in a butterfly garden the other night, standing right in that room there. And it was so realistic and lifelike. I was looking around and there was all these visitors in this butterfly garden with me, and I could see there was a little boy standing to my left, and I saw the back of his head and all his hair, and it just looked so realistic. And it's really neat. Smita said there's actually a way that you can actually get a net and catch some flowers with it, or some butterflies as well. So just some really neat things with the virtual reality, and I hope that everybody gets the opportunity to trial it out and see what it has to offer. Now that's some of the stuff that we can use more as the entertainment or the fun stuff. We can actually find ourselves entrenched in experiencing the world in new and different ways. And I think that's really what technology does, is it finds different ways that we can connect with our world in today's environment. So again, I hope that you all find it's a wonderful new technology center to be able to use. Did I miss anything? I think the other things were our iPad classes that will be going on. And the smart TV. Okay, so I'm missing some of the great stuff. So we will have our iPad classes going on in the technology center. We have a new, it's a 70-inch, is it that big? 70-inch smart TV. So it's actually one of those TVs that's connected via the wireless network, and you can access different apps on it. But we have a digital display sign in there now. So it's going to run certain things that you see on channel 195, but it's not going to be an exact replica of channel 195. We have the ability to control different things that go on there. So it will be kind of like our own programming for the technology center and other places that we want to have a digital sign displayed. So anyway, I am very excited, and thank you all for coming out. So what we're going to do is, if you don't mind, we are going to go over here. I'm going to work with the chamber for a few moments. We're going to do a little ribbon cutting, so hopefully y'all will be able to see it from where you are. We'll kind of angle it. We're going to do a couple of photos, and we'll angle it this way so you can see it. And then I will unveil our new sign as well, a new Technology Center sign. Thank you. There was a couple of residents last night that helped to secure the sign to the wall with us. I think Bob maybe was there and Rodney, so thank you guys both for helping out with that. Getting our new sign up on the wall. So a lot of work, a lot of effort has gone into this, and very excited to use it. So as soon as we get the ribbon cutting, we'll open up the room. Y'all are welcome to come get some refreshments and kind of cycle through and see what's going on. We also do have some handouts here, so before you leave, if you'd like to get a little stylus or some notepad, please take it with you as well. So great to see you all, and give us a few moments. We'll get set up over here for the ribbon cutting.
Whenever you're ready.
So, thank you everybody. I'm going to unveil the sign, and so when you guys come by, you'll be able to see our new Technology Center sign. So, here we go. You want to help me unveil it? Yeah, pull one off there. Yeah, pull one off there. There we go. Yeah, thank you. Excellent.
Little sign, we can get anything. We'll put up schedules here. We'll put technology videos. That's how we will print. This is a virtual reality. We have another set outside. We're going to make you guys try it too. And then talk to Alexa. Alexa, play some big band music.
Station Big Band Jams by Amazon Music.
Alexa, volume up.
And we also have a schedule. We're going to have some tech support, some classes every single day except Sunday. So we've kept schedule for you guys to pick two. And then you'll have your Windows 11 computers. And don't miss our pictures on the wall with our residents in it too. So there are pictures all around. So as you'll walk around and go out, we're going to make you try the virtual reality outside. So we don't jam up the room, but we will be using the room.
Well, hello everyone. I'm here with Rodney Doucette, and we're in the Technical Center, also known as the Business Center in the Village. And the Business Center has not opened yet. We are revamping it, and Rodney has participated in getting this open. Rodney, tell the residents what you've made.
Well, Steve approached me one day and said that he had a Bose speaker that he'd like to put in the new center, and but he would like to have it so that it's up on the shelf and a little bit more secure. So he asked me if what I could do. So I thought about it for a little while, and so I came up with this idea. I made this shelf unit and put the Bose in it here like this. So
it's a wireless speaker, basically.
Right.
And that's going to get mounted on the wall. Look at that. I love how you made the opening for it.
Right.
So that's a wild speaker, putting it in a cage like that, huh?
So put like that, well, to keep the honest people honest.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because somebody would just take it right off the shelf.
Steve would like it up here. So
Oh,
about here.
that's really nice. That's really nice.
So it,
Wow. Now, how long did it take for you to make this?
a few days.
Yeah. Now,
Think about it. And
yeah, these are all spun. You spun all
they're
of
they're
those?
glued in. I mean, if somebody really wanted that, it wouldn't take nothing to break
but
them.
still, that's pretty
But
neat.
it keeps it honest, and it keeps the sound clear.
Yeah,
It,
yeah, it doesn't.
originally, Steve thought of putting a cloth in front. But,
Oh yeah, like a real speaker, but that speaker already has the cloth in front of it,
Right.
inside.
Well,
That's pretty slick. Well,
So
I can't wait to see it all, this
No,
whole room opened up.
Steve does a wonderful job around here in helping different people out that's not part of his domain,
Yeah.
works. So I'm really happy to help him out.
Awesome.
So,
Well, thank you, Rodney, for always contributing to Southport.
glad to do it.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Well, did I give my age too here?
Well, here we are,
Well, one day.
live on the scene of Transportation Habitat.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, we're here with David and his cool shoes. Look at those shoes. Those are
That's awesome.
swanky. Let me see the socks.
I've got the barbecue.
Barbecue.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, very
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And we have Chris here. Chris
How's
Hamilton.
everyone doing? I have some cool socks too.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
I don't have cool socks,
Christina,
sorry.
let's see your socks, no?
I have no socks, just
I
nylon,
have
sorry.
boots. Okay, all right. So David, your office, you have some artwork finally.
I told you that you should come back and check it out.
Yeah,
And now
I
it's
like this.
yeah. Check out the boats over there to the left. That wasn't up there at the time.
You have your certificates on the wall and your, oh look,
Yeah.
it's starting to come together.
Yeah, we're
And a
officially
leaf
moved
blower. Why is there a leaf blower?
in. So you don't ever just carry a leaf blower around?
No,
mean,
I really don't.
No, it's even electric. You don't even need a cord, right? No, this is for our lanais in memory care and assisted living. They get some debris on them, so
I just honestly
and clean
didn't.
them off.
I didn't know what kind of motif you were going with the leaf blower.
you know,
so.
when you video next time, we'll have to do the whole hair blowing scene and
Do a
get
TikTok.
it all good. Yeah. So
All right, David. Well, awesome job again. Thank you for everything that you and your team do.
no, it's not me. It's the team. So
Yeah.
thank you.
I started talking about this is I noticed this thing here. I never knew what it was, but I noticed the black on top, and I thought it was a smoker for a barbecue.
You're not too far off. It does smoke.
Oh, there's a snake skin.
And it's it's a lot easier to redo the pipe than it is to try to pick up a cooling tower in a cement pad.
I'm pretty sure that's a snake skin. What is that? Oh, that looks like a pretty big snake. I don't want to be in there. Is that a snake?
No,
What is it?
no, that's a string line they were doing when they were running the pipe.
Oh, I thought it was a snake. Like, yeah, I'm not
No,
going
it's
in
not
there.
a snake. No.
Yeah, don't run with those, Brian. So very far away. This is like,
Seriously.
hello down
How
there.
are you? I feel like we need to have a feast in here.
Yeah,
all this
really, like
spread
a
with big
candelabra in the
turkey
middle.
and yeah.
Yeah, this is really far.
So- All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Around the Square. I forgot to mention in the intro that the Technology Center opening, grand opening, went really well this week, and I hope that you got to see some of the footage of kind of what's in there. I'm very excited about some of the new technologies that we have available, and as we kind of progress, if we learn about some new technologies that might be cool to introduce, we'll absolutely look at pulling them in there. But to start, virtual reality goggles, I have to recommend that for everybody. It is really cool to try those out. So if you got out, thank you. We had a great group of folks here, and the Punta Gorda Chamber of Commerce came out as well for the ribbon cutting ceremony, and it was a wonderful time. So thank you, everybody that participated, and I hope you have a wonderful week.
All right, Brian, speaking of technology,
All right.
I got an email
Oh, nice.
from
That is
one of the
high-tech
residents.
technology.
Yeah,
All right.
someone from one of the residents, Marge Lotz,
Okay.
and she sent me some doozies.
Oh, good. All right.
So these, I cannot be accountable for these,
Okay. All right. So if you like them, let Dawn know. If you don't like them, it's Marge Lotz. No, I'm just kidding, Marge. We're not going to send anybody to your door.
All right. So here's today's joke, this week's joke. How much did the pirate pay for his ears pierced?
I have no idea.
A buccaneer.
Oh, $1 an ear. Oh, I get it. Very nice. I love it. I thought it was going to have to do something with like booty, like pirate's booty or something. I don't know. All right. Well, Marge, thank you so much for sharing. That was a great joke, and I would encourage anybody that has some good ones, send them on in. We'll definitely use them. So have a great week, everybody. Thank you.